Ryan Garcia still has some things he has to work on. He's only 20, you know.
He's the real deal. No hype. Looks good.
Nah, there's hype. B-Hop, come on, you work for Golden Boy.
And he looks like he could star in the next Disney movie. He's got the boyish looks just like his mentor, Oscar De La Hoya.
He has my 19-year-old daughter vote.
Here's what I think about Ryan Garcia. Like I said, he's only 20 years old. He knocked down Jose Lopez in round number 2, the very end of round number 2. Jack Reese gave him the count. He beat the count, went back to his corner, didn't come out of his corner. Ryan Garcia is fast, but, you know, I wonder how he's going to do against a pressure fighter, like a really, really good, solid pressure fighter. Right now, he's fighting at 135 pounds. It seems as though 130 is done. You know, his body just coming. Look, he's tall. You know, he's damn near 6 feet tall. So, you know, like cutting down all that weight, you know, for a young kid, even though you would say, well, a lot of young, I just don't, you know, he just don't seem to have the temperament for it, in my opinion. So 135 is good for him, but they're talking about this year pursuing a title shot for him, likely around the end or so. I don't know against who. Remember, 135 is ruled currently by Lomachenko. Mikey Garcia has that WBC title. And then Luke Campbell's #1 contender for that. Can Ryan Garcia beat Luke Campbell? Luke Campbell's 2 seasons. I don't think so. You know, what about, you know, he's still growing, you know? And I'm sick and tired of him talking about them damn Instagram followers. Shit. Unless I'm hearing his events are selling out, I don't care about the Instagram followers. You know, yes, I know he gets a lot of views on his fights on Facebook, but what's going to be the views for this? Are they going to let us know? You know, damn Instagram and Twitter followers. Shit. And he's got his own shit he's been dealing with, too. I had to stop following him on Twitter because I got sick of all the sunshine and rainbow shit he was talking. Or tweeting. You know, teeny bopper shit. Sometimes I wonder if I could love all the women that are unloved in the world and give them flowers. Shit like that.
For the Puerto Rican fighter, Jose Lopez.
Couldn't do it.
Let's look at that final sequence as Canelo pays his respects to the 20-year-old Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he's training with they have the same team.
Another right uppercut. I mean, he was on his way down. He lifted
you know, the
back
team
up,
is behind this kid.
The
backing of Golden Boy, the Zone, being trained, you know, mentored by the Reynosos, you know, mentored by Canelo and Oscar. You know. But now 2 straight knockouts after those 2. Now 2 knockouts after those 2, you know, lackluster performances against Jason Velez and Carlos Morales. So once again, the question is, what's going to be next for him? You know, he's 18-0 with 15 KOs. I say they still got to baby him, but here's the rankings right now at 135 pounds. The guys that are in it is Devin Haney. Talked to him a couple of weeks ago. As I said, Luke Campbell is the #1 contender. Eddie Hearn's talking about Luke Campbell versus Devin Haney, possibly for the WBC 135-pound title if Mikey Garcia vacates or they make him WBC Emeritus champion, or Luke Campbell and Devin Haney can fight for the WBC interim. You got Lomachenko on the 12th of April taking on Ant Crolla. You got Richie Comey, who's suffering from an injury, and the reason why the Lomachenko-Comey fight, that's the reason why the Lomachenko-Comey fight didn't happen. And then, you know, maybe they can go, listen, you know, they can start building toward Ryan Garcia and Marcito Gesta. You know, well, his last fight was at 140, but can he go to, I'm sure he can go down to 135 again. You know, I think that's a fight they can start building for.
Come to a halt. Therefore, referee Jack Reese stops the contest for your
Jorge Linares got his own shit he's working out.
Victory. He is still undefeated. The fighting pride of the high desert, King Ryan.
It's King Ryan.
I'll tell you what, Bernard.
I know one thing. He better stop sleeping with them thoughts. He better, well, at least just strap up, young man. They out to get you, boy. They out to get you. Strap the fuck up.
I mean, this is, I'm pretty sure
Meaning wear protection.
been sold for this, but it's sold out. But, you know,
You think these young girls ain't plotting on him like they thinking they don't never have to work again if they can just get a drop of that nut in them?
A 20-year-old that's embracing all the things that's in front of him.
You better be careful.
He's handling it well by winning,
But he still has so much room to grow at 20 years old. What's the one thing, though,
Fuck around by the time he's like 26, has six kids.
right now?
To be steady mentally. Listen to his trainers. Listen to Canelo. Listen to Canelo's trainer.
Don't let him
to
get
all
that
the
precious
people that's been
seed,
there from day one.
King Ra.
And of course, stay humble. That's
See what
the
he has
key.
to say.
Stay humble and hungry is a really, really challenging thing, especially a young fighter that have a big, bright future.
Also,
You know,
for
things
more
have changed so
marketability,
much from your heyday,
I wonder if
Bernie.
they already
You don't
talking
have
to him or if
worry
he's
about social
doing it.
media.
He's got to start speaking some
He
Spanish.
thinks, listen, I'm not just a fighter, I'm a brand
Like,
now.
that'll really,
And getting
like,
followers is
take
just
him-
as
take him
important,
over.
almost as
Because you know how old school
wins.
like
More on that a little
Mexicans
later on,
are,
but right now we go
you
into the
know,
ring,
like they're like,
and
ah,
LZ
he speak
Granderson
Mexican. He
with
not. They already gonna
Garcia.
look down at him like they did Oscar because he's not really from there. Like he wasn't born there.
Ryan Garcia,
Or he
what
grew
a
up in college.
performance tonight. This is your second consecutive stoppage. What has changed in your training? What has changed in your approach?
I mean, I want to first thank God because without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. I think what changed for this training camp, I mean, nothing changed. I'm training with Eddy Reynoso,
shit.
one of the best trainers in the world right now. I mean, my improvements are even going to get better and better. My fights are going to get better and better, and the competition is going to get better, and I'm going to be ready for it.
Speaking of better competition, there's been a lot of chatter within your circle as well as outside of your circle about you being ready this year for a championship bout. Did you do what you need to do tonight to prove that you are indeed ready?
Well, I'm showing everybody that I need to put up the competition because, you know, the more I get better, the opposition has to get better. And do I think I'm ready for a world title this year? Hell yes. Let's go. And also, I want to say something to the Mayweather camp that keeps running their mouth, man. Don't worry. You get your fights up, and I will whip your ass anywhere. Let's do it. I ain't intimidated by Mayweather. Nobody could intimidate me.
Well, you certainly weren't intimidated by the moment.
Talk that
now, we
sass.
paid attention, obviously, to your power.
Talk
but your
that
opponent only
sass.
landed 7 punches. Can you talk a little bit about your defense tonight?
I mean, that's the one thing with Eddie that we're working on every day, and I watch Canelo do it. You've seen how much he
was
improved
getting
over
touched
the
up on the
years.
inside.
I'm just learning
Little
from
bit,
the
little.
best. So the more and more I train with my brother right here, the more we're gonna get better.
We have a monitor over here. I want you to lead us to exactly what happened leading up to the moment in which the fight was stopped.
I just caught him with that right hand over the top. He kept ducking his head, and
It was
I
stopped
just
in
smacked
between
him
rounds
wherever
2
he
and 3.
went.
He didn't come out round 3.
It's like the Cobra bag. It just everywhere I went for it.
At which point did you know he was in trouble?
The first round when I started letting my hands go because I was gonna try
Crowd
to work
his
on some
space.
punches, but then I'm like, man, I'm gonna start hitting him, and then that's when I knew I could get him.
You're fantastic, but the guy next to you is fantastic as well. Canelo, this is your guy. He was very impressive tonight. What did you see that really made you so happy?
Canelo!
A mí me tiene muy impresionado. Es un muchacho que aprende, que le gusta el boxeo, que le gusta aprender. Y lo muestra
How much
en las
you think
peleas.
Canelo
Eso
weigh
es
right
más
now?
difícil en un peleador cuando lo haces en el gimnasio y no
Damn,
lo
missed the
haces
shot.
en una pelea. Él lo hace en el gimnasio y lo hace en la pelea. Entonces, para mí, es el mejor prospecto que hay ahorita en el boxeo.
He's learning a lot, and I'm very impressed because he's the kind of fighter who he does
Gabriel.
what he does in the ring. There's a lot of fighters who can't do that, but he does what he does in the gym, and he did that tonight, and I think that he's the best
King
prospect
Ra.
today.
As you know, he's not just popular in the ring, he's
you
also
think Canelo
popular
weigh?
outside of the ring. You're a superstar, he's a budding superstar. What advice do you give him about having a proper balance?
No, mira, cada quien tiene su camino, ¿no? Él sabe lo que tiene que hacer, él tiene que mantenerse enfocado en lo que tiene que hacer, tiene que enfocarse en el boxeo, que eso es lo suyo, es lo que lo va a hacer grande, es lo que lo va a hacer una superestrella, y creo que tiene muchos fanáticos y eso ya lo está haciendo una superestrella.
He needs to focus. Everyone has their path, and he needs to focus on boxing. He already has a lot of fans, but he needs to focus on boxing.
Canelo!
I asked you before
Damn.
the fight if you
Fucking
thought
everybody.
Ryan Garcia
Shit.
was ready for a championship bout. After tonight, what are your thoughts?
Who?
What do you guys think? Is he ready?
But who?
He's on his way. He's on his way, and look, he proved it again tonight. There's a lot of fans.
Would he
that
go back down to
wanna see him
130?
Win that world title, And believe me, it's going to happen. It's going to happen sooner than later.
Sooner or
140?
later, when are we going to see you back in the ring? Sooner or later?
Hopefully I fight on the undercard of my guy right here, May 4th. Canelo versus Jacobs. But, you know, wherever my destiny takes me, that's where I'll fight. I want to spend time with my new baby, Riley. I love my daughter. I did this one for you, baby. And all the other fights for you are for you, baby.
Fantastic. Congratulations tonight. Ryan Garcia, everybody. Back to you, Todd.
All right, LZ, how about...
Yeah, I just think he's got a little bit more to work on, you know, especially, you know, how's he going to do on the inside against a pressure fighter. You know, as I was saying, you know, like where they're going to pursue a title at. They have a better chance at 130, you know, with the whole political shit going on. Maybe Tevin Farmer or the winner of, Burchell and Vargas. Where are they fighting at again? It's going to be on ESPN, right? You know? And then 140, well, why, would he go up that far? Like, at this early stage in his career, I don't know. I just think he still has some growing to do, and I think that maybe, you know, given a political landscape, that maybe Mercedo Gesta, you know, maybe him or Nahito Arakawa, a pressure fighter. Also, the Canelo versus Jacobs undercard so far is looking like Canelo Jacobs. Oh no, wait, I'm thinking about Joshua Miller. Never mind. I don't even know what the Jacobs card is looking like. So far, it's looking like David Lemieux may be on there. Mauricio Herrera may be on there. And King Rye. And then on Joshua Miller on the zone, I'm thinking about that on the card, which is supposed to be crazy stacked, too, with guys like Colin Smith. And Katie Taylor, Delphine Pursoon. But anyway, on TstreeT Controversy, this is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.